was 95, just died this summer, and we had talks about Barack Obama. I remember she said to me when I first told her I was going out to campaign for Barack Obama when he was running for the Senate, "What kind of a name is Barack Obama?" she said, and I said, "Barack comes from Baruch," and I explained his background, and my mother immediately liked him. She said, he's come up, he worked his way to the top. You could see my mother warming up to him.
Barack Obama embodies Jewish values because he lives them. I mean, he is a dad with young children. He is the son of a supportive mom. He has worked hard all of his life to succeed, that education was incredibly important, and that's exactly how Barack Obama was raised, and that's what he wants for our children in America.
This is the first time that I've been really excited about politics. One of the real strengths of Judaism is our sense of community. Barack Obama really has the ability and has the desire to bring America together again.
That notion that I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper, that is part and parcel of the American experience.
These are our children and grandchildren. This is my granddaughter's a baby and at her bat mitzvah.
Can I show you my family?
Yes, please.
But you would have to come with me, please. I am a Holocaust survivor. My whole family in Poland were exterminated, killed. My father, my grandfather, his brothers and sisters, some of them. The way I see it, Obama is a man for the people, for the majority of the people.
We've been married 60 years.
And we've been retired and living here now for 26 years.
The real reason that I'm supporting Obama begins after my children were very excited about him. And I listened more closely and read a lot more. And suddenly it seemed to me that here was a guy who really could do so much for the United States.
Well, you know, the first concern is of Israel. He's been a staunch supporter of Israel. He has pledged that he will always see to it that Israel is not jeopardized.
Our alliance is based on shared interests and shared values. Those who threaten Israel threaten us. Now let me be clear. Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
Your voting record doesn't lie. Barack Obama has a 100% voting record when it comes to issues that are important to Israel.
I've had personal conversations with him about this subject, and maybe even more importantly, the people who know him best, the pro-Israel community in Chicago, says he's been 100% both in terms of votes, but even more importantly in terms of his statements, leadership, and public positions.
I will do everything in my power to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. Everything in my power to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. Everything.
Obama favors so many of the issues that we do, our health concerns, both for the general public and for seniors.
You know, I'm sort of laughing with tears in my eyes right now and thinking of the McCain plan to privatize Social Security. Can you imagine where Social Security would be right now with all of the major financial institutions in trouble if we had privatized Social Security?
It might not be at all. Seniors wouldn't be retirees. They wouldn't have been able to retire.
The dream that so many Americans fought for feels like it's slowly slipping away. You see it in your own lives. You see it in your own communities. You see it all across America. People are working harder just to get by. It is harder to save, and it is harder to retire.
The last 8 years, they just killed the economy, which is evident in the last few weeks. Everything is geared for the top few percent of the people.
People that I know that were doing so well, and now, because of the price of medication, They have to make decisions. Do I take this pill every day? Do I take it every other day? How am I going to live the day in between? The medication alone can put you in a poorhouse, can put you out on the street.
America, we are better than these last 8 years. This country's more decent than one where a woman in Ohio on the brink of retirement finds herself one illness away from disaster after a lifetime of hard work.
The Supreme Court of the United States is now tottering in a 5-4 balance. In the next presidential term, there will be several new Supreme Court appointments. That balance will shift.
If we don't elect Barack Obama and Joe Biden, instead if we elect John McCain, we are going to have a Supreme Court that will be gone for generations to come. A woman's right to choose will be thrown out.
For me, as an American Jew, nothing is more important than Jefferson's wall of separation between church and state. That wall of separation is what has made America unique for Jews and Jews unique for America. And that wall of separation is crumbling before our very eyes. So if you believe in separation of church and state, you have no choice but to vote for Barack Obama for President of the United States.
Barack spoke via conference call to over 900 rabbis. Barack said something amazing. He said, the election now is very, very close. But he said, I'm not surprised because change is difficult. Those words really resonated with me. Change is difficult. But Jews have always been in the forefront of change.
I will never forget that I would not be standing here today if it weren't for the commitment that was made not only in the African American community, but also in the Jewish American community.
In the summer of 1964, the country was in turmoil. My brother was in college, Andy Goodman, and he went to Mississippi with 700 other young people to register black people to vote.
Jewish and African Americans have stood shoulder to shoulder. They took buses down south together. They marched together. They bled together.
The Ku Klux Klan found out they were in the vicinity, the three of them, James Chaney, Michael Schwerner, and my brother Andrew Goodman. And they shot them point blank and then buried them.
The FBI has found 3 bodies. We have every reason to believe that they are the 3 missing men.
And Jewish Americans like Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner, were willing to die alongside a black man, James Chaney, on behalf of freedom and on behalf of equality. Their legacy is our inheritance. Together we can renew our commitment to justice, and in doing so, even the mightiest of walls fall down.
I was very proud that my brother took action on the values that we've been taught as Jews and Americans. We need a president now who can bring different people together for a common cause, for our national interests. And that's what Barack Obama can do.
This is a guy with seichel. This is a guy who has intelligence and common sense and courage. This is a guy I've had a chance to get to know and talk with, and I'm telling you, you can count on him to be with us when we need him and to pursue our interest far more effectively than the opposition will do.
There's the story that God created the world, and then he tells Adam, okay, this is your business now, you go fix it. You know, he created an imperfect world because part of being Jewish and part of being human even is seeing that there are problems and wanting to make them better. I really think that he understands that.
There's a commitment embedded in the Jewish faith and tradition to freedom and fairness, to social justice and equal opportunity, to tikkun olam, the obligation to repair this world.
Of the conference call with the rabbis, Barack said that he knows that there are many explanations given to why we blow the shofar. But he said that there was one explanation that resonated with him. The loud sound and blast of the shofar is to call us to rise from our slumber. We should recognize that just as that shofar sound is loud and strong, we need to be loud and strong in our support for the candidate of change, in our support for Barack Obama.
Everyone that's physically able to should be on the phones, calling their friends, calling their neighbors, just to make sure they all get out to vote and they vote for Barack Obama.
This really is the most important election of our lives. I think the Jewish community can have absolute confidence in his ability to be president.
I'm calling on behalf of Barack Obama.
I think he will motivate us in the same way that Kennedy did.
Be confident when you go into the booth, and the only way your confidence will be satisfied if you vote for Barack Obama.
As an American Jew, I just want to see our future be bright for my children and my grandchildren. I trust Barack Obama.
He is the best for our future. If you are concerned about the future, he is it.